So this is an important topic. Till now we have been discussed about the environmental issues, how they are impacting the human health. But now we have to do something to this environment to avoid the contamination of food material, to provide the good environment for the people or public health. To save the public health, we have to follow some good methods. As educators, we have to assess the problems in the environment. We have to assess the problems in the industries. We have to assess the problems in our surroundings. If we assess the problems, if we measure the problems, then as a project we can find the solutions. We can give we can give the solutions to the society. We can follow we can follow some activities. Then we can save our environment. Then objectives of the EHIA means identification of environmental health risks associated with a project. In that project, what we have to do is, first we have to measure the environmental issues. Sustainable development practices, if is there any sustainable development practices. Then promote public participation. This is very important thing. Whether the public is participating in that uh, assessment or in that issue or not. Then provide recommendations for mitigation and management. These are the objectives to measure the environmental assessment. Then screening, scoping, baseline study, impact of prediction and assessment, mitigation measures, public participation and consultation, decision making and approval, monitoring, evaluation. What are these? Actually, these are the steps to be followed while you are assessing the environmental issues. The starting point is screening. Determines whether an EHIA is required for a proposed project. Actually, before entering into the assessment, whether the project is important or not, that is the screening first. Then after, what are the outline issues, you have to scope it. Baseline study you have to conduct. Impact prediction and assessment. First of all, what are the causes you had to predict? What are the causes for a particular pollution, particular contamination, particular issue? You have to predict. Then what are the mitigation methods? Then what is the role of public participation in that particular issue? You have to predict. Decision making and approval. Then what are the solutions you are showing? Then monitoring and evaluation is very important. You have to evaluate your project. You have to monitor your project before giving advices to the others. Then application of environmental and impact assessment is a industrial development, a new way to develop the industries. Infrastructure project assessment of what are the impacts of new roads, bridges, dams, especially in the forest region. For example, a project is built in a forest region to store the water, but how much forest is removed, how much infrastructure is removed, that is you have to assess. Agricultural and land uses, how much land it should be used, how much land is using, how much soil is wasting, that should be analyzed. Mining and resource extraction, how much mining is practicing, how many resources, how much quantity of resources are extracting, how much is required actually. If they are extracting many resources, if they are not utilizing proper manner, that is nothing but wastage of natural resources. Additionally, they are producing environmental issues. Then energy products, health care and urban planning, that is very important nowadays, emerging. Climate change policies, this is also very important thing to be assessed. Then environmental and health impact assessments, air quality assessment, and the different assessment methods are the water quality assessment and noise pollution assessment, Especially the land use planning should be implemented. Urbanization, due to the urbanization, deforestation, habitat loss, development of green spaces, those are the solutions. Urbanization is the main cause for the damage of soil usage, deforestation, and habitat loss. Then, what you have to do from your assessment is development of green spaces in the available lands. Then, different air pollution, transportation projects. Then, air pollution, noise pollution, and traffic congestion are, especially in the urban areas, these are have to be assessed. Industrial development. Uh, what Evaluate risks from the industry such as factories, refineries, and chemical plants. Air pollution, water pollution, and occupational health risks. Those people who are living in the surroundings of those factories, what are the diseases they suffering? What are the solutions have to be implement? Then waste management facilities, air quality issues, water contamination, and public health risks have to be assessed proper manner. Then, if our assessment is correct, what happened? Then our project is successful. Then we can give something advices to the industries or government or public to save the public health.